Hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream by Virtual Flight Diaries. And we are here with the Avro RJ100 by JustFlight, newly updated, version 1.4, 0.14. Anyway, JustFlight has made their RJ Professional Series 2024 native now. Although a couple of things. One is that we usually associate 24 native with the ability to manipulate the outside, which like open the door, remove the chocks, that kind of thing. I haven't been able to do that, so it's native, but not. Some of the things are missing that we're used to. It doesn't detract from it because it's a beautiful plane to begin with anyway. So the other thing they've done is they've added cargo version to the RJ. Now the Avro RJ100 did not have a cargo version. The RJ QT was on on the drawing board. They drew it up on paper, but they just ran out of time and never developed it. Companies moved on, and it just never came to pass. So this is completely fictional, as well as this route and everything else. So we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna take her up. We're here in Punta Cana, and we're going to fly down to St. John's, Antigua. We're going to VC Bird Airport. About an hour in the air, just to give it a good look through. It's morning, because early hours. It's cargo. Come on. All right, so take a little walk around. Many of us are familiar with this aircraft, so it's pretty cool. The cargo version of the plane that was meant to be that never happened. I mean, it would have made a really good feeder airplane. I don't know. There was just more economical, more economical aircraft that could easily haul more, I guess. So their time just ran out. Now we do know that the British Aerospace 146 had the QT, and we've all flown that in 2020, but they have not yet. JustFlight has not yet brought that plane into this simulator, which is just odd for me. I thought they would have certainly done it sooner than later, but apparently they are working on it, and it's just never come to pass. Come on, gotta make some coffee, right? Let's get on the flight deck and let's get fired up. I don't know why you won't open. No worries. The magic of Flight Simulator. I have no idea why that's not working. Not gonna sweat that. All right, so let's. So we're on ground power already. I had some hydraulics. I had to fire up the hydraulics to open up the cargo door. So we're going to get going on some of our flows here. It's a modified flow that I use. What's today? Today is Tuesday. So we'll go B. And that comes up. Anti-skid can come on. Loop B. Got nav lights. Cockpit on. Come on. Tech auto. Deck fan, cabin fan could come on. Come down here, we got DC pump, AC pump, and PTU on. I needed all them on to open the door. All right, battery, ground power is connected. Get that in there. Come on. That can come on. That looks good for now. All right. Coming down here, we'll uncage that. Test the lights.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
We'll get these aligning. And EFISs can be powered up. Flight directors. Go on standby. We run that all the way up. And coming down here, I got the yellow pump on for brake pressure. Looks good. Let's oh, maybe the door was locked. Yep, how about that? All right. And we'll test the brake tips.
TCAS test. TCAS test. Pass.
All right, so that all looks good. So now we'll get let's get some fuel.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
And we'll get this all set up. So one of the things they've done is they have yeah, my nav data is out of date. I forgot to update this, so hopefully it's not too much of an issue. Clear that, go position in it. Where is that? Oh yeah, load SimBrief route. So they've added this code in, so we can request our routes from SimBrief, which we will do.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
All right, so we're going to go on with departure. Let's talk to ATC. Get the ATIS.
Please use the airplane fuel
Few
system
clouds
to
at
set the desired
1,700, scattered at 30,000, temperature 25, dew point 25, QNH 1015. Landing and departing runway 08. Transition level 180. 5G notice in effect. Advice on initial contact, you have information Zulu. Punta Cana Airport information Zulu 1008 Zulu. Wind calm, visibility 10 miles or more. Few clouds at 1,700, scattered at 30,000, temperature 25, dew point 25, QNH 1015.
fuel system to
Landing and departing runway 08. Transition level 180. 5G notice in effect. Advice on initial contact, you have info.
Punta Cana delivery, FedEx 556. Like to pick up our IFR to BC Bird.
FedEx 556, Punta Cana delivery, expect runway 08, Mela 2 Whiskey departure with the Mela transition. Squawk 1734.
Ella 2 Whiskey. We'll expect runway 8. We use a Mela 2 Whiskey departure with the Mela transition. Squawk 1734, FedEx 556.
FedEx 556 feedback correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground 121.9er when ready for push and start. FedEx 556.
fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
All right, so let's start refueling. So we got our departure in there, and let's anticipate our arrival. This looks like runway 7. Runway 7 is a RNAV approach. Do the Lupo RNAV approach just to get that set up. So, all right. So that's in. We got our arrival at VC Bird is going to be RNAV 7, the Lupo, and we'll execute that. So there's no VNAV in this aircraft. They never implemented it. So even though we'll have a we'll have an RNAV approach, but we'll have to do it advisory wise. So because I mean there is a VNAV you can set up. It's just advisory VNAV. All right, so that's where we're at next. What are we going up to? 31,000. That in there. So we climb. So our first restriction is here. We got to be at or below 5,000 at PC 104. They say climb the departure. All right, so let's check this out. So we'll set 5,000 in the
Air Transat 398 Heavy. Welcome to Punta Cana Airport. No suitable gates for your aircraft exist at this airport. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
all right, so we'll put 5,000 in there. And actually we'll get cargo boat loading up.
Boarding requested.
Air Transat 398 Heavy. Welcome to Punta Cana Airport. No suitable gates for your aircraft exist at this airport. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
Know why we're getting that. I didn't call for taxi.
Affirmative. Taxi at my discretion. Air Transat 398 Heavy.
I don't know why why we just had to answer air transit stuff. That's a little bit of a bug. So I'll have to let them know about that. All right, so we got cargo on there. Next, so cruise. We're going to cruise at Mach 7. It looks good. Yeah, we'll descend down 240 at 10,000. That all looks good. Let's keep that. Get started on this. We can actually add some information here while we're waiting. So we got cruise winds at 111.5. ISA should be +13, so what is that? I don't remember what ISA is to add the +13 to it. Oh well, it's not a necessary thing. So we will waiting for our cargo to get on board. GSX is waiting for refueling to be done. All right, so they have aligned. That all looks good. All right, so RMU. Put them on. How much fuel we taking on? Oh, refueling is complete. Good. All right, so we'll start up the APU. All right, APU power is available. Our APU generator is on, so we can DC the AC. Let's connect the ground power unit. Yep, it was waiting for refueling to be done. There's our cargo. There's our cargo. Pretty cool how GSX does that. Set the altimeters just to get them out of the way. Yeah, we got a shipment of a whole bunch of stuff going down to VC Bird. Not sure if what they would be doing inner, inner island. The Brocketeer, how's it going today? Oh, it is going good. I can't complain. I have to put the speed brake handle on my controls. Yeah, we're just going to take this fictitious plane down to VC Bird. Do I have to turn the oxygen on over here? Oh, all right. Some panel lights on here. So what we got time left? Almost all boarded.
Boarding is complete.
There we go. All right, we'll close up the doors. Everybody's on board. Parking brake is on. Move the chocks. We don't need you right now. All right.
FedEx 556, request pushback and engine start.
FedEx 556, Punta Cana ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback, engine start, face west. South, so we want to go nose right. All right, beacon light can come on.
FedEx 556, Punta Cana ground.
Push to start approved, face west. FedEx 556. All right, so we're going to get set up for startup. Start master can come on. That's good. All right, that should be it. I say nose right. This gets, the click spot's a little funky. Is light off? Try to start these up as fast as possible. Use fuel. Here's light off.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
There's rollback. Bringing up engine 2. I still haven't gotten my Blackbird controls set for this plane. Been meaning to do that. Wait for that rollback. There we go. And we'll start one. We got light off. All right, that looks good. So put the engines to off. The starter master could come off. We're gonna fire up the gens. We'll shut the APU generator off. APU stays on. So we're using cabin air for the APU, but not engine air, so we get full performance out of the engines. That all looks good. Hydraulic pumps B. Some pump could come off. It stays in auto. That all looks good. Are the cabin emergency lights? All right. Let's get out of here.
FedEx 556, request taxi.
FedEx 556, runway 08 taxi via Echo.
All right, so we're going to runway 08. All right, so taxi lights could come on. Flaps 8 for departure. Or flaps 18 for departure, I should say. So that's going to be here. That's set 137. I'm going to go plus 20, so 167. Reading all right. It's all good. LNAV. It's been a while since I've flown this. Well, other than the screenshot, but it's been a while since we've flown this on stream. Nine, clear left, clear right, clear to cross. if everybody remembers right, we don't have, this plane doesn't have reverse thrusts. It has lift dumpers and spoilers.
FedEx 556, contact Punta Cana Tower 118.8.
We're at tower 118.8, FedEx 556. All right, first officer, you have the control, or you have the comms.
Glide slow. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Set the trims right, and let's get out of here.
FedEx 556 holding short, runway 08.
FedEx 556, Punta Cana Tower, wind calm, runway 08, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 08, cleared for takeoff. FedEx 556.
I think you've been taxiing for about 10 minutes now. Yeah, it's a bigger airport. Let's do it 15. All right, we're gonna arm the auto throttle. Lined up. Let's get out of here. Lights on. Blue lights on. They're the wing lights. All right. Soga. Yes, sir.
Check thrust. Thrust set. Airspeed alive. Knots.
80 knots check.
Go. Rotate. Positive climb.
Give up.
FedEx 556, reset transponder. Squawk 1734.
Oh, forgot to do that.
1734, FedEx 556.
FedEx 556, contact Punta Cana departure 119.85.
Contact Punta Cana, departure 119.85, FedEx 556. Punta Cana departure, FedEx 556, 1,600 feet.
FedEx 556 Punta Cana
it's not letting
departure
me put
identified,
down
climb
that
to
long.
15,000 feet.
Climb to 15,000 feet, FedEx 556.
There we go. LNAV engaged. I don't know what the heck that was. All right, flaps up, gear up. Turn out here. Wave to all the people on the beach. That was a pretty cool turnout. Yeah, I'm doing Austin to Cancun in the 3.8 in the Max at the moment. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know why. I still haven't figured out my problem, why I can't get the Max to work in 2024 for me. All right, climb power can come in. Start accelerating. We can get these on, shut that off, shut that off. Yeah, it didn't work. Just keep taking a VRAM hit with that. That's probably I'm gonna work on that today before I break down my entire office, because I'm remodeling it this weekend. I won't have a computer for 5 days. Might actually go into withdrawal. What the heck? All over the place here. Let's see if we can clean this up. Seems to want to struggle a little bit here. Yeah, that'll be my next step. If I can't figure it out. 5 days without my, yeah. But in the end, I'm going to have a very cool space to spread out and film all my, stuff for streaming and all the flight sim gear that I have. So it'll be worth it in the end. There we go. That fixed it. We're no longer wobbling back and forth. Passenger service, so I don't need to lock the cabin door. All we got is packages on board. All right, so let's see here. We got, where are we at? Altitude. Yeah, that could come off. We need for that anti-ice. Engines on. That's good. We are climbing. All right. We're going up to flight level 310 for this flight. Beautiful morning in the Caribbean. For being a whisper jet, it's kind of loud.
FedEx 556, contact San Juan Oceanic Control 118.75.
Center on 118.75, FedEx 556. San Juan Oceanic Control, FedEx 556, leaving 12,400 feet for 15,000 feet.
FedEx 556, San Juan Oceanic Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 310.
Climb to flight level 310, FedEx 556.
Okay, climb up now. It's gonna take us forever to get up there. I don't know why it keeps going to that screen. But anyway, let's do max climb. Yeah, maybe not forever. And we'll accelerate on up. This is a very nice plane to fly. It's just from a... I don't fly it enough, I should say. There's just... I don't... None of my virtual airlines have it. It's just one of those planes that kind of sits... that you like. You love to fly. Doesn't really do well with YouTube for some reason. And... I have no other application for it, so it just sits in the hangar. So pulled it out of mothballs because it got updated, but I don't know. I liked the other one better, the 146 better, because it was just you guys know me. I like that classic stuff with the VORs and just really planning a flight. I mean, punching in a computer is fun. I mean, but Don't get me wrong, it has its joys, but especially if you want to just chill and relax. But it loses that accomplishment, I think. Yeah, so let's see. VC Bird, we got ETA to destination, 56 minutes in flight. So. Is that off? Flight directors are off. No wonder it's struggling. Let me turn it on. That light was lit up. I think I found some bugs, JustFlight, if you ever watch my video. As I said, I said unthinkable, but now I keep thinking inconceivable, and all I can hear is the little guy from Princess Bride saying, "Keep using that word. I don't think you know. I don't think it means what you think it means." About 10,000. Always do that. Always do that. I gotta for that music. Turn the one channel on. Give that a second. Yeah, because I definitely have to get that Max working, because I'm going to end up having to go back on leave with Southwest Airlines virtual, because I haven't flown in like a month and a half with them. There we go. All right, we'll turn that down. There. It's, you know, it's background music, not front end music. There we go. Not high enough yet. Probably didn't have to file for 310. Go max performance. Try to get up there before we have to come back down. Yeah, so what's happening is my current setup is kind of like relegated to a small corner of my house. And now that all my kids have moved out, they don't need their bedrooms anymore. So I am reclaiming one of their bedrooms, and I'm completely remodeling it and turning it into my flight sim haven. It's going to be my flight sim man cave. Everything aviation. Benefits of getting older, I guess. I can reclaim the kids' rooms. Yeah, so we're going to miss our TAPA climb mark because we're screwing around. Slow I could go. 0.5. Gotta really get up there. Expedited climb. So that puts us 20 over VLS. That's probably about as low as I want to go. Get us up into the thin air. Of course, the higher we go up, VLS is kind of creeping up on us. Let's not keep it there. Trying not to stall. Of course, we keep screwing around. We're never going to make our top of climb.
FedEx 556, request new cruise altitude.
FedEx 556, roger, say new altitude.
Request flight level 290, FedEx 556.
FedEx 556, roger, new cruise altitude, flight level 290.
That's how we fix that. Now all right, there we go. We finally start climbing. This thing's a little bit of a wallowing whale. Doesn't respond. There you go. 2.9 probably was a better altitude anyway. Now we can go up to 70. Now we can get the very cool outdoor shot that everybody likes. There's Puerto Rico below us. That's cool. Always like that sun look. Clouds are looking extra good today. And you have to say it that way because for some reason Microsoft Flight Simulator is hit or miss with the clouds. There's zero consistency. Consistency. You know, it's very cool that they brought this in, that they worked on getting this cargo version of the Avro RJ in, even though it was never built. But I think JustFlight should have, I believe the fans of this aircraft were more inclined that if they were going to get their cargo version back, they wanted it in the 146. because I really think a lot of, I think there's more, the majority of simmers out there want realism over fantasy. I mean,
Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 118.1.
there are those that will fly any airplane. That's a sim, and I am one of them. I've even flew, like I flew a lot of the Dark Star. That doesn't exist.
FedEx
but it was just a cool plane. So
control identified. FedEx 556, San Juan Oceanic Control.
But if you listen to the simmers out there, they really wanted the 146 in 2024. But we have, we still have planes like the
San Juan Oceanic Control.
The F-28, which is just one of my favorites to fly. They'll be doing radar vectors to 07.
Expect radar vectors RNAV runway 07, FedEx 556.
What about the Wright brothers plane? How much time do you have in that? About 32 seconds. 32 seconds. I took it to Kitty Hawk. I flew their first flight route, and then it sat in the hangar. But as 2020, because I started this channel last year. But 2020, I started flying the fly-by-wire because there wasn't many planes out, and I think fly-by-wire was one of the first guys to start working on the A320, because the A320 just was junk when 2020 came out, and I flew the hell out of that thing.
FedEx 556, radar vectors RNAV runway 07. Report ready for descent.
So they did their tiller thing, because I didn't have, when they did their tiller update, at the time I didn't have rudder pedals, so you couldn't separate it properly for me. I couldn't fly it right.
556, San Juan Oceanic Control.
Radar vectors RNAV runway 07. Call when
Beyond
ready.
ATC is not
FedEx
working very well
556.
today. Doing a lot of repeat stuff. Plus, when we were on the ground, it wanted us to answer another aircraft's call. So it's kind of glitchy today. But now I think the most time I have flying, the most plane that I have the most time flying in is actually the
Landing runway 07.
The PMDG 737s.
All right, VC Bird landing runway 07, FedEx 556.
FedEx 556 descend to 13,000 feet. QNH 1015.
All right, we're going down.
Descend to 13,000 feet. QNH 1015, FedEx 556.
Told you guys it's going to be a short flight. I think it's got us descending a little bit early. So PMDG 737 probably total time is in recent years is probably the highest right now, then followed by the DC-3 and the DC-6, and then in GA definitely the Dukes. I have the most hours in. As far as Black Square goes, man, I cannot wait for that turbo Beach 36. I'm so curious to fly what a turbopropped Bonanza would be like.
FedEx 556. Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 128.65.
Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 128.65, FedEx 556.
So hopefully it's being a little glitchy today, that it's not going to kind of
San
mess
Juan
us all
Oceanic
up.
Control, FedEx 556. Good morning, flight level 261.
FedEx 556.
So let's look at the RNAV for it's not anywhere, so you just bring it up. Okay, really? Well, alrighty then. We could fix that. There we go. So TAPA. So the approach, we need to be at 2,500, and then our step downs are 2,000. and then 900. So to go from 2,000 feet to 900 in 2 miles? Wow. And minimum would be 630. We should be visual by then. I will just brief the thing. Missed approach, climb 2,500, direct Liddock, and then direct Imusu and hold. It was just a straight out to Imusu and then hold at 2,500. Transition altitude is 2,500. Wow, that's low. Let's go to Enu. Okay, so that's at the airport, so we can actually turn direct out over to our initial
FedEx
point.
556, turn right, heading 160, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 160, FedEx 556.
Or that. Let's follow beyond ATC. Let's see what that does. Toga for the go-around.
FedEx 556, turn right, heading 205.
Turn right, heading 205, FedEx 556.
Okay. Just feels like a weird vector.
FedEx 556, turn left, heading 160.
Turn left, heading 160, FedEx 556.
Feels like the old FSX ATC days where you had to keep going kind of back and forth. Slow us down just a little bit. Everything still looks pretty good. It's gonna direct us in on a straight in approach to it. I do full flat landing. $1,000 to go. We're going to be landing into the sun. Oh. Effective these will be. Apparently they're very difficult to apply. We'll never mind that. Know what ATC is doing. I wonder if we can. Dan 1 Oceanic Control FedEx 556. Like to request direct to Echo Mike Alpha Lima India.
FedEx 556. Mela is behind you. Unable direct Mela.
Echo Mike Alpha Lima India is not Mela. Dan 1 Oceanic Control FedEx 556 would like to request direct Echo Mike Alpha Lima India.
FedEx 556. Mela is behind you. Unable direct Mela.
No, I don't want to go to. I guess they're not going to. I guess I can't request direct to approach. Fix. Let's try one more time. I'll actually try to sound it out. San Juan Oceanic Control FedEx 556 like to request direct Imali.
FedEx 556. Mayagas is behind you. Unable direct Mayagas.
Mayagas wasn't even on my flight plan. All right. One more try, but if it's not there, doesn't it get kind of messed up?
FedEx 556 request direct to fix.
FedEx 556, Roger, say fix name.
Yep, not on there.
FedEx 556 Roger. Say fixed name.
Oh, they offered. Okay, we could cancel that request.
Cancel direct to request. FedEx 556.
FedEx 556 Roger. Direct to request canceled.
So I guess they don't allow you to request direct to approach fixes. I guess maybe that's not a real world thing. I wouldn't know. It's taking us pretty far out of the way. One thing I have noticed is that the sim no longer has any kind of
turn left, heading 100.
any real turbulence anymore.
FedEx 556.
So I have my turbulence set to medium. I wonder if I have to put it on realistic.
FedEx 556, contact VC Bird approach 119.1.
Contact VC Bird approach 119.1. FedEx 556. VC Bird, FedEx 556, flight level 130. We have Golf.
FedEx 556 VC Bird approach, QNH 1016, expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 07.
QNH.
Yeah, I would switch it over to realistic. That's what I run as well. Yeah, all right, I'll give that a shot because it's like non-existent anymore. So it used to be realistic was just too much.
FedEx 556, turn left, heading 100, descend to flight level 050.
Turn left, heading 100, descend to flight level 050, FedEx 556.
FedEx 556, 139 miles from Imali. Fly present heading. Maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared RNAV runway 07.
Fly present heading, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared RNAV runway 07, FedEx 556.
Oh, so it's got us on the RNAV now. All right. Really got us 139 miles away from our approach fix. Yeah, they really brought us. Kind of messed us up a little bit. That was a really far drop. Or they dropped us down way too early. I knew it. I knew it. Actually, I don't even think this has an advisory VNAV. All right, well, we got a little ways to go. They're now much slower speed. Well, it's been a long while since Beyond ATC has done that to me. Said the Rocketeer said, "Sorry, I had to mute you for a minute, but I just landed in Cancun 159. Bravo. That is a nice landing." Yeah, no, I was just commenting on how Beyond ATC kind of dropped us down too early, and now we're 100 nautical miles from our approach fix. And that it's been a while. Been a while since they've done that way. Like I said, it's Beyond ATC today has been pretty glitchy. I don't know why. Hey, Mohammed. Hi. Hey, welcome to the stream and chat. So we'll just keep it at 250 and I'll just do a nice slow descent. So at this rate, we will I subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you much for your subscription. I really do appreciate that. I don't know why it didn't alert. But I really do appreciate you joining the Virtual Flight Diaries crew. so that should get us at the right altitude close. Just nice, slow descent. So, you know, I run premium voices, so do I. I just had Beyond ATC have a conversation about why the tower is not a pilot, how and the tower controllers are afraid of heights. So the tower controller is not a pilot because he's afraid of heights? That's actually pretty cool. I did hear a conversation about a coffee somewhere. I was flying somewhere over the US. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time how much this is costing me. Oh, that's true. So a little segment was like 20 some characters probably. So Mohammed, you like this plane? Yeah, I like this plane too. It's a very cool plane. And new updated. Although the cargo version in the real world never existed, but JustFlight decided that they were going to take the blueprint version and make it a reality, which is pretty cool. I think the 146 should have came out, but that's my hot take opinion. That had a real world version of the cargo version. All right, so we now, because of Beyond ATC, we have an extra 18 minutes added to our trip. That's okay. I don't really have that much to do, right, guys? Just chill out a little longer, that's all. But I posted a screenshot of it on Discord. Oh, let's see if I can bring that up. Make that source active. No, this is actually by JustFlight. It's part of their RJ Professional series. So no, it's not free. It's a pay or airplane. Is cool. Bring that up. Me, no, never afraid of heights. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, are we any closer? A little bit. Thanks, Beyond ATC. 100 nautical mile final. So what altitude did it bring me down? So it brought me down to 13,000 feet at 113 nautical miles from the approach fix, and then told me to go direct. After telling me also to descend to flight level 050. So it wanted me at 5,000 feet for 100 nautical miles. Dope. I've just been doing this crazy slow descent to our approach altitude. Yeah, you're right. We could have taken the scenic route. I mean, we're that's another thing too. I have a little bit of complaint about is that the ocean just looks like a lake. And I run the ocean on the ocean effects. I run on Ultra. So you had the opposite. You kept me at 10,000 feet, and then I had to scramble to get down to 4,000. Oof. I don't know what's worse. Yeah, I don't know what's. I know it. I would say being too high is worse than being too low. Although being too low has its disadvantages as well. But I guess being too high, you can throw them speed brakes out and just dive for it. I guess. Tell the passengers, hold on. Hold on, we're maneuvering. It's always nicer to be below the glide path because you can always come up to it very easily. I agree with that one. Yep, ride the brakes all the way down. That's all right, now we're getting in there. Now we're getting somewhere. Finally, just past 40 miles. All right. All right, so 2,500 at Amali. Bopar is 2,000, and then we're on our 3 degree, but our chop and drop can be 900, 600. So we'll have to our V-speed should be in. Let's look at that again just to make sure. Yeah, so that's out of sync with my my wind wing by 1 degree of speed. So this thing slows down pretty good. We can throw it on big barn door speed brakes out. Oh wait, we can fire up the APU. Come on, these can come off. So now we have full toga power. In case we have to do to go around. I know the ocean's got to be a little choppier than that. So Muhammad says, yo, if you want to have more viewers, you need to have more airplanes and bigger to do more videos on Twitch if you want. And this is why I like your channel. But I like it. All right, thanks. So if you look at my channel, though, I do have like close to 300 videos on my YouTube channel. we do all kinds of planes. Just yesterday, we took out the Flight Effects Citation 10 for a ride because that was just recently updated, and also we did a 727 stream over in the Samoa Islands. But I appreciate that you like my channel. Thank you. I do stream like I try to stream about 2 times a week at least. Work gets in the way. As far as Twitch goes, I did start out on Twitch and I was more successful with YouTube. So, and I don't have the bandwidth to dual stream both YouTube and thing, but we'll just plug along here. Let's see, we're coming up on our approach fix. Music. Twitch is dead to you. Yeah, I don't know. I just never to quote it, yeah, nah, Twitch is dead. I don't even I don't even watch anything on Twitch. I do know Twitch is much more gamer oriented, but for some reason I wasn't very successful. Maybe if I plugged along over there. I liked YouTube's streaming capabilities. It was better on my bandwidth. I'd say if you're going to start a new streaming channel, try Kick. I don't even know what that is. All right, finally.
FedEx 556, established on final approach.
Not really, but...
FedEx 556, Roger.
Not really, but we're close. So, Mohammed, what airplane am I going to choose to stream next? I don't know. I've been looking at the FlySimware Lear 35 is updated. I was looking at that. The sounds are incredible on that thing. It's been a while since we've done the Beach Starship as well. I do have to get some virtual airline stuff done, so we also might be doing some Airbus. But the rest of this week is going to be...
FedEx 556, contact VC Bird Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2, FedEx 556. Bye-bye.
Hold on a second.
VC Bird Tower, FedEx.
The rest of this week's going to be, I'm going to be, I'm not going to have a computer because I'm remodeling my office.
FedEx 556, VC Bird Tower, wind 100 at 6, runway 07 cleared to land.
Runway 07 cleared to land, FedEx 556.
Speed checked. Gear down.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
So we'll come in like London City. Rain check.
Sync rate
500. Pull up. Pull up.
We're still good. We're still good. A little bit of a crosswind. These planes were designed to come into London City, so yeah, that's a 6-degree.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground idle. Brake pressure checked. Spoilers, yellow and green.
There you go. Welcome to VC Bird. $125.
Aircraft be advised, information hotel now current. QNH 1016. FedEx 556, exit left at Delta.
Yep.
Exit left at Delta, FedEx 556.
Let's see what it was. I don't know.
FedEx 556, contact ground 121.9er. Bye-bye.
Ground 121.9er.
Yeah, I had Volanta up. $155. 155 was our landing. 155 at 1G. We'll run it on. We'll run G's on the replay. All right, so taxi to cargo rip. I don't know where
FedEx
that is.
556, request taxi to allocated cargo ramp.
Clean us up here.
556. Cargo, November 1. Taxi via Delta.
Cargo November 1 via Delta, FedEx 556.
Oh, it's right over here. All right. Show off. Well, this is the butter machine, remember? This is the butter machine. Even though that wasn't quite butter, but we were unstable, so. But 159, I'll take it. Or 155. Considering lately I feel as though I've been robbed, as XP says. I've been robbed. All right, we'll stop the recording. But we'll definitely check that out. My my auto throttle wasn't doing things right. And probably because I was concentrating on trying to do that step down. But parking brake on. But here we are. I forget what scenery I have. This is part of a Caribbean pack that I have. But it's pretty nice scenery. I think you should choose an Airbus next time. Maybe we will do the Airbus next time. You know what? I've been back and forth. We're gonna put a poll in chat, or a poll in on the channel for our next airplane. All right, so I'm not going to shut her down because it would take too long to start her back up for the replay. But let's check out that landing. My super unstable approach incoming now. Oh, and we'll put G's up just to see what G's has to say. Well, the terrain alarm was going off because I was unstable. So 155 at 1.1 on G's. I saw that BFU update 2. So we may very well have to do an Airbus stream. That's a little bit late. Oh no, we were in the touchdown zone. a lot better than what I usually do, because I usually end up putting it down right at the end of the touchdown zone. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the stream. We'll wind this back. All right, thanks a lot, guys, for coming along with me on this trip with our RJ Professional series from JustFlight, and now updated with a cargo version. And I appreciate everyone coming along. I appreciate Mohammed and Limp Rocketeer joining me in chat. That was great. I love talking to you guys. And yeah, that's going to be it. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There'll be more to come. Poll coming up in the YouTube channel to pick our next plane. So until next time, this is Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. Stay safe, stay healthy. See ya.